welcome to another video. Today I'm gonna make a guide on the new archery heroes. My plan on this is try to give you a hint on possible pairings, apart from the obvious one, which is you pair them together. So again, heroes will release, you might not have enough heads to max all of them. For example, Ruby through the wheel, maybe you get her like 5551 for example, although ideally is 5115. But you get Ruby to a good spot and you're wondering if you're probably better off using her with some other heroes, for example, until you get the other one up. This is what this guide is going to be on. I'm going to give you some suggestions that I recommend you go and try out with the new heroes, pets, and artifacts. Because sadly, I'm on the most boring KVK ever. Like, I'm literally even struggling to log in on a daily basis of how boring this got. So yeah, I don't know, like I'm actually losing my mind. But yeah, I'm gonna start with the hero combos. So the way I see Ruby, she's pretty much her main skill. The other three skills are not insane. I even say they are mid, to be honest. Like, they don't give a huge amount of stats, not much march speed. Like, they are pretty mid, but the main skill is what it is at. Okay, we made the math. It's on the other video. I think it was like 3.7k damage if you hit all the AoE targets, taking into consideration the diffuse damage, which is absolutely insane. So, what other heroes will say you should try to pair Ruby with? Kinara. I don't really see the synergy. Like, I don't know, like, yes, you get some normal attack damage bonus, but I don't know, I think it's pretty mid. Probably the physical counter attack damage bonus is pretty useless in the new combo because they're more focused on dealing damage through their normal attacks. Probably the highest value you get from Kinara in this one is the 30% physical attack bonus, which I don't think is really ideal. So Kinara, not gonna be an option. Then we have, for example, Nico. Gives you a defense break, some HP, some march speed. I mean, 20% attack, 10% defense. Normal attack damage bonus and counter attack damage bonus. No. I mean, mid. It's like this. I don't think it's gonna be like, you're probably better off sticking with Kinara Nico. I don't think this is gonna be any crazy new combo, but I mean, you could still theoretically speaking use him and still be okay. Now, I think Syndrion is interesting with Ruby. Why? So Ruby is Ruby, the new pet, and the new artifacts is based around normal attacks. Syndrion legions gain skin and rapid fire, increasing their attack by 20% and launching an additional normal attack every second for 7 seconds. So I think here we'll already start seeing some synergy. Okay, you get extra attack, which further increases your normal attack damage, and you're getting 7 extra normal attack damage per second for 7 seconds. So Syndrion is one of my top picks that I choose to test with Ruby. And the new pet. The main reason is the new pet needs constant new normal attacks. If you haven't seen the new pet, or maybe you didn't bother checking, I'm gonna show you now. Oops. Oh my god, what's wrong with my... Wait. Finally. So the main skill inflicts Blaze Storm upon the target legion, dealing physical damage every second. Damage factor 7, determined by luck. Applies the march speed reduction. Now the important part, when the Legion Commander casts a rage skill, Blaze Storm duration increases by 1% for every 10 normal attacks the Legion launches. So here you can see the synergy. Ruby or Syndrion will launch the rage skill, then this takes into play, and then they give... Ruby is gonna proc this instantly if you hit AoE. The amount of normal attacks Ruby is gonna deal is gonna be crazy, and Syndrion helps sustain this. I think this is the key for this pet to deal a lot of damage. Otherwise, the damage factor base is not that huge, and it has nothing else going on for him, to be honest. So I think the key is maximizing the amount of normal attacks that you're able to deliver in a short duration to increase the duration of this damage. I think this is still a big issue for archers, because archers are not known for being able to stand and bang as mages do, because they will probably just get targeted by mages and get nuked, but it's still how this is designed. Let's keep checking Syndrion. This is the rally skill. Legion marksman units gain 4% normal attack crit rate and 5% HP. I think this is really good. Normal attack crit rate bonus should affect to Ruby main skill and to this skill, and HP is probably the best that you can get on pretty much any troop type, to be honest. And then fourth, when battle begins, Legion gains rapid fire for 2 seconds, launching an extra normal attack every time they launch a normal attack. 2 seconds after battle begins, Legion gains 14% attack, lasting until battle ends. Lots of normal attacks coming from Syndrion. I think it's really like a good choice of a combo. Every time Syndrion Legion lands 5 critical hits from normal attacks, they deal additional damage to target Legion. I mean, decent overall damage boost. I think Syndrion is a really good choice to test with Ruby, due to the amount of normal attacks that you're able to dish out, and the stats that it gives and the extra normal crit rate bonus could really help Ruby and Syndrion deal way more damage through their normal attacks. Now, I'm gonna go... do I have her unlocked? Oh, I do. Fragar. Deals damage to the target and grants Fragar Legion's normal attack focus, normal attack crit rate, plus 60% for 7 seconds. The skill damage factor is low, but the crit is the key. While in the field, Legion deals 5% normal attack damage and gains 5% defense, so we can already see normal attack damage boost. Legion marksman units gain 10% physical attack and 10% normal crit damage. As we can see here, 20% attack and 30% normal attack crit damage bonus. And fourth one, when launching a normal attack, the Legion gains its 20% chance to launch an extra normal attack at a Legion other than the target for the next 5 seconds. This hero Legion also gains haste, march speed, and the lead target loses 10% rage accumulation speed. And here pretty much you get an increase on 200 damage factor. I think Fragar and Syndrion could really be working with Ruby, but I see them in different ways. So Syndrion is going to help you dish out a lot of normal attack damage, lots of normal attack extras, which will help a lot the pet. But if you have a weaker pet, Fragar might be the key. Now, the way you will do this is Fragar primary and Ruby secondary. The main reason is because Fragar will proc her main skill, which is this one, normal attack focus, normal attack crit rate plus 60% for 7 seconds, and then Ruby will cast her main skill, which is lots of AoE normal attacks for 3 seconds. So every single normal attack should benefit from this normal attack crit rate plus 60%, and again, as you can see here, you have the chance to even deal further AoE damage. So for Ruby so far, my picks will be, if you have a really strong pet, because you invested in him, Syndrion. Syndrion is going to give you the highest amount of normal attacks. More normal attacks are going to be able to help your pet deal more damage. Plus, I mean, you get some crit rate bonus and some attack bonus, which is good. Now, if you're looking for the highest damage, I think with Fragar Ruby, for this crit, having all those AoE normal attack damage coming from Ruby being crits is gonna pump a lot your DPS, plus every single skill is related to open field, and you get lots of attack, a normal attack crit damage bonus of 30%, which is massive if you're critting non-stop. Other possible combos. Bahorn, like, I think it's a joke, don't even try it, the hero is just battle roll. Theia, I don't think it's worth it. The main reason is, again, I see Ruby more of a cap player, like more of a cap hero than archer hero. The main reason is because for me, when you're so focused on the main skill dealing damage, it's more of a cavalry setup of high burst damage, which is how I see Ruby. Madeline, nothing in this, not worth. Mushang probably will do fine, but nothing crazy, because Mushang is, you know, like, Mushang is just a jack of all trades, so I'm not really focus on that. Now let's move into something more interesting, which is Margaret Zida. Now, I don't think you're ever gonna do this, because Margaret Zida together works too well, so if you're an archer main, you will never break this pair. And let's say for a reason you're, I don't know, you have a Margaret or you have a Zida that's in a good spot, and you decide to invest in Ruby. Margaret Legion gains variable healing. When variable healing has been triggered 5 times, the normal attack deals 450% more damage. I don't think there's really synergy here. It's just you're gonna get 1 extra instance of normal attack damage hitting harder, but that's pretty much it. Now, this is like way better, because now you're gaining attack, so attack is gonna really benefit Ruby from the AoE damage. Legion marksman units deal 5% more normal attack damage and gain 5% HP. Although it's just 15%, so again, we already seen that with Fragar, for example, we have 13% on the normal crit, like on the crit damage, which I think it will be way more substantial than this one. This is the garrison skill, and this is the awakening. So I gotta say, with Margaret, I don't really see that much of a synergy. Although with Zida, when Zida Legion deals normal attack damage, they gain 1 stack of Down Watcher's Mark for 5 seconds, up to 10 stacks maximum. Maximum 1 stack every 1 second. Each stack of Down Watcher's Mark increases normal attack damage dealt by 5% and march speed by 1%. So even though it says here maximum 1 stack every 1 second, keep in mind Ruby deals 3 instances of normal attack damage. So that's gonna be 3 extra stacks, like pretty much guaranteed every single turn. Like you're not gonna get the 10 stacks on the get-go, even if Ruby hits like every maximum AoE damage hit, but like, look at this. Up to 10 stacks, maximum 1 stack every 1 second. You could get up to 80% normal attack damage bonus. If you cycle fast enough the skills, if Ruby main skill gets benefit from this, it could be an insane amount of damage. When Legion reaches the maximum amount of Down Watcher's Mark stacks, they deal 4% more damage and receive 5% more healing. Now, the healing part is useless because that's pretty much the synergy with Margaret, but the damage dealt bonus is going to be really huge for that combo. Legion Marmot units gain 30% attack and 10% march speed. When the Legion deals normal attack damage, they have a 25% chance to gain normal attack focus, increasing their normal attack crit rate by 10% for 4 seconds. They have a 25% chance to normal crit. And then Zida Legion gains 3 stacks of Down Watcher's Mark upon entering battle. I see synergy with Zida. I could see a Ruby Zida gaining these 10 stacks and Ruby dealing a shit ton of damage. Now, I don't think this is as ideal as Syndrion or Fragar. The main reason is, one, you don't really want to break Margaret Zida. They work too well together, they're really strong. And if you want to break something, it's probably your Syndrion Fragar, which is doing decent, it's not doing bad, but neither that great. So yeah, my combos will be, if you cannot pair Ruby with his pair, will be Fragar, to be honest. I think they have a lot of synergy. Although, like, this normal attack crit rate, if you can benefit Ruby's main skill with this, it should increase a lot the damage, and everything else is normal attack damage bonus, marksman physical attack bonus, normal attack crit damage bonus, and this extra normal attack in AoE form. I think this probably ends up being the highest amount of damage output outside the normal pairing of Ruby. And if you have a really good pet, this could really bump that pet to the next world level. Like Ruby Syndrion could add so many seconds to the pet that it will deal crazy damage. Now, lastly, we need to check Falgrim's Civil. So I don't think there's gonna be really that big synergy with those two because, well, first, this is pure skill damage factor in AoE form. Defense bonus, march speed reduction, marksman unit attack, yes, sure, but normal attack damage taken by marksman units reduction, not really interested. Normal attack damage dealt bonus, though, that's interesting. But it's too few things that I really see a synergy. And it deals 20% more hero skill damage until the next Falgrim casted rage skill. I don't really think it's gonna do that well with Falgrim because it's not like Falgrim. Yes, it has this normal attack damage. It's not even damage increase, it's damage reduction. It pretty much only has the attack. I don't think it's really worth it. Civil, the next 3 normal attacks the Legion launches deals additional physical damage factor 250, whereas the target, like, again, not really synergy there. This is the rally skill, 5% more hero skill damage. I mean, this is gonna be fine, nothing crazy with the pet or with the normal attack bonuses. Reaching 500 rage, inflicts defense break upon the target for 15 seconds and gain physical keen. Sure, 40% of attack is good, but Fragar will outmatch this easily. So the G4 archers, I don't think they're a good, like, they have good synergy with the new ones. Now, for pets. If for some reason you're not gonna work on the Wind Whistle, which I gotta say, it's probably the best choice for the new archers. I think another interesting option will be the Night Rock for the new archers. Or, for example, let's say you get the new combat, you don't have a good Wind Whistle. You could, in theory, use a Night Rock. Legion normal attack crit rate plus, 0.4, but obviously this scales. Normal attacks have a 30% chance to deal additional damage upon landing a critical hit. So if you're using Fragar Ruby, this should be proccing very often, to be honest, and the Legion normal attack crit rate increase could pretty much guarantee that you're critting with Ruby main skill, which will be really crazy. Increase damage from the pet. I think this is one of the options. I don't think... where is it? Snow Peak has anything going for it with the new combo, like Legion physical attack, sure, but this works with everything, and defense break, they don't really care about that. Where is Shadow Manticore? The healing synergizes with Myra, doesn't synergizes with the new heroes, and so pretty much it ends up being like a straight up damage pet. I don't think it's really that interesting neither. Missing Bar Manticore, so again, defense break pet. You don't care really about the defense break, although this pet has something a bit extra. The issue is I'm not sure how you're gonna get the stacks. So the thing is, this extra rage, I think Ruby will really benefit from getting extra rage so she can proc her massive AoE skill faster, but I don't think it's gonna be worth it neither. And Sudden Lizard, I think you're losing, like, you really want to go full damage with this combo. And I'm missing one. Where is it? Shadow, Barbet, Wind Whistle. No, I covered everyone. So if you're not going with Wind Whistle, the only really option that I see is Nightrock. But yeah, like between these two, I'd say if you create the new pairing and you have a good Nightrock, again, you're going to be breaking your Syndrome Fragar anyways. So test it with this pet. And if you're not really convinced, then you can go fully for Wind Whistle. The only issue I have with this pet, one, his main skill is pretty basic, but secondly, it depends on you auto-attacking a lot, which sometimes you cannot do as archers, to maximize the damage output of this pet. For the pet builds, I think for this pet you want to go with the Chain Strike combo, being able to, like usually for archer pets, Fierce Attack combo will make the pet deal more damage, because it has like higher alpha damage. But in a combo that is based so much around normal attack damage, I think the Chain Strike with Intense Chain Strike is gonna be the better option. Now, finally, regarding artifacts, Kamasi is gonna work well, works well with anyone. Rattle Spear, not really synergy. Where's this guy here? Gold Crest, huge damage, additional damage with Fragar, and you play CC. The truth is, I think the new artifact is going to be really strong and you want it. You don't really want to replace it with anything. You can use Shadow Blades for sure, but I think you really want to go for the new artifact, because again, it synergizes with those normal attacks. So yeah, I hope this was helpful. I hope this helps you prepare your account for the new archers. My suggestion is start working on the Wind Whistle. Don't go full in yet. Wait to see... wait to test out. If you're an archer main, you will probably have a decent Nightrock. Wait to test Nightrock, because again, I think this synergy is really interesting. Having extra normal attack crit rate, plus having the chance to deal additional damage upon landing a critical hit, I think this could really be good with Ruby and the new hero. And if it doesn't, you already have a Whistle at a decent spot, but not fully invested to replace him. So yeah, hope this was helpful, and catch you in the next one.